Professor G. देखना लैपटॉप सुधारा see it flying.
Please stand up in reverence for and sing National Anthem.
नहीं ला रहे
The ceremonial lamp and offer floral tributes to the portrait of late Professor Satish Dhawanji. I request His Excellency, Governor and respected Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh to accompany the President for lighting ceremony. Thanks, Mr. President. May I now beseech His Excellency, the President of India, to release the souvenir.
Please, sir.
Thank you, sirs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the most mesmerizing moment for which all of us have been waiting with the bated breath has arrived. You are right. I feel elated and blessed to have got this opportunity to request His Excellency, our gloved President of India, to address the gathering and enlighten us with his knowledge and scientific acumen, and also deliver Professor Satish Dhawan Memorial 4th Lecture. You all know that late Professor Satish Dhawan, who had been the director of IISc Bangalore, had been a key figure in galvanizing the Instrument Society of India. He had started the society with just 140 members on 23rd November 1970, and the strength since then has risen about 1500. His Excellency, the President, ladies and gentlemen.
Namaskar. Friends, Dr. Balaram Jagarji, Honorable Governor of Madhya Pradesh, Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Viraj Singh Chauhan, Professor R.S. Sirohi, Vice Chancellor, Barakatullah University, Dr. P.P. Sharma, Vice Chancellor, RGPV Bhopal, and Ram Shankar Singh, Chairman, and Samada Lok Sansthan Trust, and all the students, researchers, teachers, and the medical community, my greetings to all of you. I am delighted to participate in the inauguration of the National Symposium on Instrumentation with the focal theme Recent Trends in Biomedical Instrumentation, and also deliver the fourth Professor Satish Dhawan Memorial Lecture organized by Instrument Society of India in partnership with Institute of Technology Management, Gwalior. I greet the members of the Instrument Society of India, scientists, technologists, industrialists, members of the academia, medical professionals, students, and distinguished guests. Biomedical instrumentation is an important area for the nation. Friends, I was thinking how to start, but when I saw the photograph of Professor Satish Dhawan, who was my guru, I worked with him in 1972 to 1982, about 10 years. And he taught many things, how to design an instrument, how to do the digital simulation, how to do the image processing, how to couple digital analog simulation. So many things he was teaching, and he was providing knowledge source to everybody. But one thing I thought of sharing with you, all the people who are there, the teachers, senior scientists, the students, what I've learned from Professor Satish Dhawan, I have not come across so far any management school book or notes, and he gave to me on a beautiful occasion I thought of sharing with you. You know, this is 1972. He gave me a project of design development and launching a design development of a rocket system, a 4-stage rocket system with guidance, control, telemetry instrumentation, telecommand instrumentation, and radar tracking instrumentation, all together. When the satellite launch vehicle launched, it has to carry a satellite, put it in the orbit around the sun. That's the mission. When he gave it 1979, that was the first time India is attempting to become a space power, famous for space technology. Only 3 or 4 nations those days, they were ruling in that area. One day he himself and my director and then Professor Professor Brahmprakash, both of them great scientists and friends. And fortunately, I had an opportunity to work with three great human beings, and three great scientists, Professor Vikram Sarabhai, Professor Satish Dhawan, and Professor, and all these people, Brahmprakash, all these three is a unique person. So when Professor Satish Dhawan called me on 72, July 4th at Thiruvananthapuram, he said, I am appointing you as a project director for SLV3. You should do it in 7 years' time. You have to put the satellite in the orbit, developing a rocket system. And this is the mission. I'll give you the money, certain amount he sanctioned. I'll give you the thousands of people who are in the center, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, and any space center. All of them will work for that one single project, putting a satellite in the orbit using the India designed developed rocket system. Now, when he gave the mission to me, that you have to launch, you have to build, design, develop and launch a satellite launch vehicle, at the time I felt the task is too big compared to me. I felt task bigger than me. If you believe task bigger than you, any task, any mission, you will never do it. At that time I felt like that because there were many senior scientists, technologists, leaders, and he selected me for doing this job. So I felt a great responsibility. How do I do? I was nervous about the system. Then he gave me an advice. That advice, all his introduction to report to you, that advice. That is 1972, July, he gave me that advice. That advice was like this. Kalam, you know, if you don't do anything, no problem. You all agree? You all agree? If you don't do anything, no problem will occur. You are a happy fellow, lazy fellow. But if you do a great mission, that is, Satish Dhawan says, if you do a great mission, also the same mission will create great problems. If you take a big mission, and it will associated with that, there will be big problems will be there. But at no time, Satish Dhawan said, the problem should not become your captain. You should become the captain of the problem and defeat the problem and succeed. This is the great advice applicable to all the scientific community, because science doesn't give you just a solution. You do the lab experiment or you do the technology, just like that it doesn't succeed. There are problems. And many scientists, they burn the candle. Science has become a mission of lifetime mission. And then finally they achieve. So friends, the message I am giving you, if you want to succeed in life, 4 things you have to do. Number 1, first of all, you should have a mission. That I will be remembered for the mission what I am going to do. Second thing, you must acquire the knowledge. Not just simply getting a mission or thinking I am going to do. You must acquire knowledge as much as possible. Third thing is, you have to sweat. Sweat means as you are sweating in this place now, you are all sweating, but I am saying sweating by hard work. And then fourth thing, you should not get frightened with the problem, you have to defeat the problem. So this I would like to say, I learned my guru and I learned from my experience with the missile program. I learned my experience in the
in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. I learned my experience space program, so this is what I can say. Always you should ask yourself, what I will be remembered for. Every one of you, tonight, you take a page or go to your computer terminal and try to ask yourself, what I will be remembered for. If you give a right answer, what I will be remembered for, you send me my website, www.presentafindia.nic.in. Then if you send me, I will discuss with you, I will correspond with you. God bless you. Friends, since I am in the midst of instrumentation specialist, I would like to share a special knowledge we cherish of Professor Satish Dhawan in building his own instrument when he became the professor of aeronautics department. He was the first one started building instruments for boundary layer experiments. He is an expert in the boundary layer, aerodynamic flow, subsonic flow, and high subsonic flow, and he would like to measure the boundary layer measurements. For that he designed the instruments. I have found many countries, I saw in many countries, the people who design and develop the instrument, to prove their theory, they are the most successful people. Today, that capability is essential. Every one of you, today you take any hospital you go in biomedical laboratories you go in the country, 90 to 95% of the instruments coming from outside. You all have to take a challenge that at least next 5 years time, 50 to 60% of the instrumentation what we use in the medical laboratories, hospitals, and biomedical research laboratories, we should succeed. Now what I can tell you, I have written to you, I have given lot of information, and in my lecture I have written. As soon as I finish my lecture, you can go to my website www.presentafindia.nic.in, but I am not going to read all of them. But the essential thing I want to say, you can move further. The essential thing I want to say, this today I want to talk to you convergence of technology. This is going to happen in big way, convergence of technology. And this area, the academic community, the technology community, medical community should be aware of it. I was in Seoul. Seoul is the capital of South Korea. There are star laboratories. Star laboratories, they allowed me to visit the laboratory. When I studied, they have developed what is called a nano-robot. This nano-robot is convergence of three technologies. That is biotechnology, information technology, and nanotechnology. When the convergence of three technologies, using that convergence, once you do that proper convergence, a nano-robot comes in. This nano-robot, I was witnessing the experiment. You can suppose you are the cancerous cell of a patient. You want to do a chemotherapy or you want to do the treatment, you program it and inject this nanorobot in the human body. This nanorobot gets in the site where there are cancerous cells and locates it and treats the cancerous cell, and the nanorobot gets digested in the body because it is a DNA based robot. So friends, this is the type of nano bio info. When they converge, it happens. Now I would like to tell you the nanotechnology. You would have heard about biotechnology, you would have heard about information technology, but nanotechnology, I want to tell you what is happening in the country, because nanotechnology is going to become one of the very important field for electronics, material science, and particularly healthcare. I would like to present the progress made in the nanoscience and technology in India through some examples. One is water. For water purification, they use nanotube filter. In healthcare, the typhoid detection kit in Gwalior, there's a laboratory, a defense laboratory, and they have developed a typhoid detection kit. Normally typhoid detection takes many weeks. These people can detect in few hours. Third is drug delivery system. Now let me talk to you about water and nanofilter. The water purification, the scientists from Benares, India, I am talking to the universities so that you can interact. The scientists from Benares Hindu University have devised a simple method to produce carbon nanotube filters that efficiently remove micro to nanoscale contaminants from water, heavy hydrocarbons from petroleum. Made entirely of carbon nanotubes, CNT, carbon nanotubes, the filters are manufactured using a novel method for controlling the cylindrical geometry of the structure. The work was supported in part of the Ministry of Human Resource Development and Department of Science and Technology in India. The filters are hollow carbon cylinders, several centimeters long and 1 or 2 centimeters wide, with walls just 1/3, 1/2 of millimeter thick. They are produced by spraying the benzene into a tube-shaped quartz mold and heating the mold to 900 degrees centigrade. The nanotube composition makes the filter strong, reusable and heat resistant, and they can be cleaned and easily for reuse. The carbon nanotube filters offers a level of precision suitable for different applications. They can remove 25 nanometer sized polio viruses. These filters will remove polio viruses, 25 nanometer sized polio viruses from water, as well as larger pathogens such as E. coli and certain type of bacteria it will filter out. The researchers believe this will make the filters adaptable to microfluidics application that separate chemicals in drug discovery. This is a classic application of the latest in science, nanoscience, water purification. If properly used, this can help in lessening the burden in our drinking water missions, leading to the availability of safe drinking water that will result in minimizing the waterborne diseases. Now let us take the healthcare typhoid detection kit. Typhoid detection kit has been developed by DRD Gwalior, Defense Research Development Establishment Gwalior, using the nanosensor. Nanosensor has been developed by Professor A.K. Sood and his team from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Typhoid fever caused by Salmonella typhi is a major health problem and an important challenge to health authorities of third world countries, including India, due to unsatisfactory water supply, particularly Gwalior facing water problem, I understand, poor sanitary condition, malnutrition, emergence of antibiotic resistant strains. According to an estimate, the worldwide incidence of typhoid fever is 16 million cases annually and death rate is 6 lakhs individuals per year worldwide. In India, the mortality due to the typhoid varies from 102 to 2,219 per 100,000 population in different parts of the country. In some areas, typhoid fever is responsible for 2.5% of all deaths. In India, for routine diagnosis for typhoid diseases, Vidal test is performed with a single serum sample which does not provide the correct diagnosis of infection. Therefore, a latest accreditation-based test has been developed at the DRD in Gwalior using recombinant DNA technology
and immunological technique for rapid diagnosis of typhoid infection. The test detects H-typhi antigen directly in patient within 1 to 3 minutes. 1 to 3 minutes, which is very important for initiating early treatment and saving human life. A collaborative work has been carried with Professor A.K. Sood of Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. The sensitivity of the test has been increased 30 times by applying a small electric charge, 1.5 volt. With this improvement, extreme low concentration of antigen in clinical sample can be detected. Moreover, very small quantity of clinical sample as low as 2 to 3 microliters required to perform the above test as compared to 10 to 15 microliter sample required for latest accreditation test. So it is in your city, this work being done. Next one, the power, that is gas flow induced generation of voltage from solids. Professor A.K. Sood, Professor of Physics, Indian Institute of Science, and the student Shankar Ghosh has studied, experimented, and found that the liquid flow in carbon nanotubes can generate electric current. Liquid flow in CNT, carbon nanotube, can generate electric current. One of the most exciting applications to emerge from the discovery of this possibility of a heart pacemaker like device with nanotubes which will sit in the human body, generate power. You don't need to carry a battery with a pacemaker, and generate power from blood. Instead of batteries, the device will generate power by itself to regulate defective heart rhythm. The IIC has transferred these exclusive rights of technology to an American startup, Trident Metrologies. They will develop the prototype and commercialize the gas flow sensors, and definitely this will come to India also. Now I am going to talk many of you in this game, that is drug delivery system. A research group headed by Professor A. Maitra of the University of Delhi Chemistry Department has developed 11 patentable technologies for improved drug delivery system using nanoparticles. 4 of these processes have been granted US patent. One of the important achievements of the initial stage of drug delivery research was development of a reverse miscellaneous based process for the synthesis of hydrogen and smart hydrogen nanoparticles for encapsulating water-soluble drugs. This method enabled one to synthesize hydrogen nanoparticle of size less than 100 nanometers diameter. This technology has been sold to the Upper Research Foundation in India in 1999. Another technology has been transferred to industry, deals with nanoparticles, drug delivery for eye diseases. Traditionally, steroids have been used extensively in the treatment of ocular inflammatory diseases and allergies. However, prolonged use of steroid has many side effects. The Delhi University group process uses nanoparticles to encapsulate the nanosteroid drugs. This process improves the bioavailability of the drug on the surface of the cornea. The technology has been transferred to Chandigarh-based Panesia Biotech Limited. Now, I would like to discuss about the World Knowledge Platform. World Knowledge Platform, I have suggested that when I visited Philippines, Korea, and Singapore, I put forth an idea. Suppose India is famous for the software products, and the Southeast Asian countries, suppose they are good at it hardware. We should, both of them, generate a platform, world knowledge platform, and so that we make a product cost effective and for the best product, and so that it will reach the various communities in the world, and it become a big business. Now friends, now the next point I would like to convey is now I would say that what can be the mission for World Knowledge Platform? It can be from energy, it can be from the water, as I was talking to you, it can be in the healthcare, it can be in the food preservation,
knowledge products, automobiles, hardware, embedded software integration, gene characterization, stem cell research, molecule to track towards the diagnostic and treatment of the diseases, then herbal and natural product sharing experiences with modern bioproducts, tourism and related services. In addition to the areas mentioned above, areas such as electronics, ICT and automobile sector may also be focused, especially in the areas of design development, leading to production station of meeting the market demands of the respective countries and also for the world market. Now, finally, I would like to say in conclusion, friends, in conclusion, I say that I would like to share, so far I was talking to you nanotechnology and its application in India and how important instrumentation we should indigenously develop at least 50 to 60% is the message I convey. Now, for all this, you must have the leadership quality. Leadership quality when it should come, when it succeeds, you don't need the leadership quality. When a person or when a project gets into trouble, then you need the leadership quality. When Professor Satish Dhawan, I told you, he gave me the project, 1972. 1979, we went for a launch from Sriharikota. There is 600 parameters and we monitored in few seconds. Because humanly it is impossible, so it's automated, the whole computer will do. So computer went through T minus say 4 minutes and they checked, they said, computer put a hold on the SLV3, 1979, in August 17, he put a hold. So I was the mission director, project director, my experts behind me, they advised me that if there's a problem, leakage, one of the tanks, pressure tanks, which will power the second stage, and it has got a sufficient redundancy. We have got 50-second flight in the second stage, whereas 100 seconds we have got the power package. So they asked me to take a decision. Finally, I took a decision that I will launch because already the system is on, ignition is on, propellant system is reignited. So it's a many complex situation. As a project director, as a mission director, I took a decision. And then, unfortunately, when the first stage worked all right, and when the second stage got ignited, the second stage control system, there was a problem, and it went into spun. So it was not having a nocturnal control, a lateral control, a pitch control. So the whole rocket system spent. Instead of putting a satellite in the orbit, it just went into Bay of Bengal. So it was a failure. It's a big failure. How do you manage this failure? And on the same day, 7 o'clock we launched, 8:30 was a big cross press conference. The national press, national media, electronic media, and print media, and all of them are there to ask questions. And Professor Satish Dhawan called me. I was the mission director. He told me, I am going to handle the media, you guys come there. So I went with him. First thing he said, today, we tried to launch the first satellite launch vehicle. We found a problem. We learned a lot, of course, the failure. But in a year, we are going to succeed. And I'm going to give all the strength to my project team, my technological team, my scientific team. In 1 year, we are going to succeed. But media was not convinced. You make 20 crores, you put in Bay of Bengal, like that, lot of criticism there. But still, he managed to convince the people that 1 year, 1980 came in July 18, and again we were the launch pad, and the automatic checkout computer gave the clearance for launch T0, first stage work when the required velocity, second stage work given the velocity, and third stage work, velocity, and fourth stage, the last stage, igniter, and work given the nearly 7 kilometers per second velocity. That's the velocity you need for putting the satellites in orbit. And within 1 hour we knew all the downrange stations around the world spotted the satellite. We are very happy. The nation was very, very happy. Nation was very happy. But I want to tell you one thing. what happened on that day? On that day also there was a press conference, but Professor Satish Dhawan told me I must go. That is project director, mission director, should go and conduct the press conference. That means when it failed, the leader took over the failure to himself. When the success came, he gave the success to his team. That's real. That's a real leadership. So friends, on Professor Satish Dhawan Memorial Talk, what I can give you that how to manage the success, how to manage the failure. If you learned it, you have learned in your lifetime how to manage science projects, how to manage technology projects, how to manage industrial projects, how to manage political projects also you can manage, because you're very aware this problem will be there. So friends, with these words, I inaugurate the symposium with the focal theme, recent trends in biomedical instrumentation. My best wishes to the organizers and the participants of the symposium success in their mission of designing, developing and delivering cost-effective state-of-the-art biomedical instrumentation to the medical community. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your words of wisdom are always been a source of inspiration. ITM family is blessed today. Thank you. Now, I request Chairperson of ITM Universe, Ms. Kanupriya Singh Ji, and Professor R.S. Sirohi Ji to present memento to His Excellency, President of India.
चलो बुलावा आया है, माता ने बुलाया।